We're back now with the real story, the terror attacks in Paris sparking debate over government surveillance. Republican Senator Tom Cotton wants to delay reforms now to the NSA surveillance program, saying this, quote, "Now is not the time to sacrifice our national security for political talking points. We should allow the intelligence community to do their job and provide them with the tools they need to keep us safe." Presidential candidate Senator Rand Paul is a staunch critic of that program, and he joins me now live from our Washington bureau. Senator, do you care to change your position now on the surveillance program?
Well, I think the interesting thing is, that program is ongoing. We still are collecting all of the phone records in bulk without a warrant in the United States. France has a similar program, but actually probably our program on steroids. And even with both of these programs going on, they didn't stop the attacks in Paris. They didn't stop Charlie Hebdo. They really haven't been working, and there's really no example of them actually catching a terrorist or stopping his attack.
Okay, so former CIA acting director Mike Morell said this about the comparison before and after with the NSA surveillance program. He says the Paris attacks have exposed how freely the Islamic State was able to operate in a chastened environment in which intelligence gathering was partly shut down after Edward Snowden. So it looks like at least Morell...
Well, it's just not true.
So you don't think Morell's saying the truth?
Well, I'll give you the facts. When we voted on NSA reform, we said the program could continue for 6 more months. As we speak, the program is still continuing, as it has been for decades, where they're collecting all Americans' phone records without a warrant. And so for them to argue that we need more now because of this attack is ridiculous on the face of things, because guess what? We're still collecting all of these records, and they didn't stop the attack.
Okay.
When people come to you and say, "Give me your liberty, we'll make you secure," that concerns me, particularly when there's no evidence that any of their programs are working.
Okay. I want to move on to something that had gone on in your home state of Kentucky, because the House approved earlier this hour the bill requiring new screening requirements on refugees from Syria and Iraq before they can come into this country. The situation you had in your state, though, in 2009 were these two guys. They used the U.S. refugee program to settle in Kentucky. Both pled guilty to terror-related charges after trying to acquire heavy weapons then here in America. Where do you fall on this?
This is part of why I've been arguing that we need more stringent controls on who comes to this country. On Monday, I introduced legislation to bring it to a halt because, the Boston bombers were also here as refugees. These 2 Iraqis came here with posing as refugees and decided to attack us. We need to bring it all to a halt. In addition, I've said that visa waiver countries like France, we should slow down those who are coming who are French citizens. And I think they should go through global entry, which means they should all have background checks before they come to America.
Okay.
If we want to protect our country, we do need to have more controls in place.
Well, it's fair to say that you derailed some of what was going on in the Senate today with that amendment. It's now been pushed, I believe, to next week. Senator Rand Paul.
My amendment.
I got to stop there, unfortunately, because we've had so much breaking news today, but enjoy having you on the program. Thank you, sir.